Morning, everybody. Kevin back from Watches with Joe and Kevin. Continuing on at episode 17, really getting close to the end of The Sopranos. I feel like there was a lot of telling things that happened in the last episode. Mostly, Tony's spiraling is getting out of control. It was manifested in gambling, but I don't think that's even the big thing going on with him. I think that's going to have consequences. But I feel like his paranoia, right? In the fact that he doesn't feel like he has friends close to him, that he just feels surrounded by enemies. It's very Julius Caesar as we move towards the end. And you have to wonder where Tony's mind is going to be as we continue through these last couple of episodes here. He doesn't, his paranoia is kind of justified, right? He doesn't trust New York, mostly Phil, probably for their reason. He doesn't trust Paulie. He doesn't trust Christopher. Both of those seem like they're warranted, but he doesn't know that he can't really trust him for sure. We know Paulie, lied about the telling Johnny about Ralphie's jokes. We know that, but Tony doesn't know it for sure. And he absolutely was going to kill Paulie if Paulie would have fessed up to that. So smart for Paulie not to fess up to that. But the list of Tony's friends this season has been shrinking. I'm not even sure I would consider Bobby in that group anymore. After their weekend away where they got into a fist fight and he made Bobby kill somebody for the first time. So I don't know. It really does feel pretty like Caesarean, right? That there's not a lot of friends left around Tony. And the last episode, sorry, throat tickle there. The last episode there, with his gambling problem, one, I think it's very poetic after what a leech he has been when it comes to gambling, and how much he rationalized it. Like with Davey in season 2 or season 3 about the bust out, right, of Davey's sporting goods store. Tony, is now in Davey's position kind of a little bit where he's having to borrow money from people he shouldn't be borrowing money from to keep his gambling going. He, all the insults he had for Davey as a degenerate gambler. Gambling is my bread and butter. Preying on people like you is how I make my money. I knew you had this store here, so I did it. And now it's kind of coming back on Tony that he's the one with the problem. Now, I don't think his gambling problem is going to be a big plot point moving forward. I don't think he's going to borrow money from dangerous people moving forward. I don't think he gets himself in the kind of trouble Davey gets himself in. But I do think that kind of reiterates my feeling that Tony goes down at the end of the show. Either he dies or he goes to jail when the show ends. And when that happens, there's nothing for Carmela. He pulled out, at least as far as we know, like $300,000 out of his emergency fund for Carmela in that last episode. He gambled $100,000 of it away on a Philadelphia Eagles game because there was a backup kicker playing for the Dolphins. I think that was it. And he gave $200,000 to pay off his gambling debts to Hesh. So that's a big chunk of money, and as Hesh pointed out, Tony isn't really as liquid as he likes to let on. Tony blows money as fast as he makes it. So this whole show, since the very beginning, when Carmela's, is like, I want to make sure we're taken care of, and Tony's like, I don't know why you keep worrying about it. I told you, I've got everything under control. Everything's taken care of. I'm not sure how true that is anymore. Maybe it was true at that point, or maybe Tony thought it would become true. Kind of like the Scott's Tots episode, right? Of, I thought by the time I was 40, I was going to be rich, so I can make this dumb promise. And that really does feel like that Michael Scott and Tony Soprano have a lot in common right there with how much money they had at this point of their lives. I would not be surprised if the show ends. And I think, again, a little poetic justice if Tony's out of the picture and Carmela has nothing to show for it financially, no security. She's in the same boat that all these other women on the show that she's seen lose their husbands are in, where they're just kind of begging for money or having to, to really downsize their life, which is the one thing she absolutely doesn't want to do. It's probably going to happen that way, right? I mean, honestly, because also, she has kind of held herself up as the moral person in the family. She's the church going one. But let's face it, their relationship has been transactional for a long time, and she's every bit as about the money as Tony is. She just gets to pretend like she doesn't know where it comes from. All right, we'll get started here. I want to thank all of our Patreon subscribers for being with us. Thanks so much, guys. Special thank you to our super patrons: NJ, MC93, Actuarial Lurker, Anna, Ballers Fuldez, Jeff, Derek Peterson, Yannick from Montreal, Suyugu Navrapu, Jamie Morgan, Christy Goverson, Diana Perry, Trey Contreras, Wolfgang Wolf, Lindsay Swift, Squix, Sweet Baby Silvernell, Adam Paccio, Matt Tyler, Lisa Klug, and Chris O'Donnell. As always, guys, thanks so much. So glad you're with us. Description below, link to our Patreon page for full-length watch-alongs on The Sopranos. You will have to sync and watch along in your own source material.
When I was a child, I had a fever. My hand felt just like two balloons.
Oh, yeah. AJ got dumped.
Couldn't sleep.
He's watching Tom and Jerry.
I know this is hard for you to believe, but food may not be the answer to every problem.
Well, Nita was acting like a whiny little bitch.
I'm Team Tony on that one.
My fiance left me. That job is all I have in my life.
It's better to have loved and lost, AJ.
I swear, AJ stopped developing like as an adult person at the age of 11.
Carbide blade laser guide. List for 6, 200.
Sold.
Mike, you got that?
Is this all stolen stuff here?
Yeah, 2 o'clock, she said. Yeah, it's for you. Tell your friend Paulie to keep these power tools coming.
Oh, that's right. The Florida Power Tool, the stolen goods exchange.
What are you watching, your cholesterol now, too?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
You're fucking hilarious.
God, everyone's getting along. Everyone's fighting.
It'd be presented to a judge when he or she would be considering sentencing guidelines.
So it's like a get-out-of-jail-free card almost.
A week or so ago, I'm driving, and I see him with these other guys. The headgear and the beard and the whole...
Oh, my God.
I don't know, it seemed...
You, got a name?
What was named Ahmad or Jamali?
Yeah, Christopher knows him.
Ahmed and Muhammad. What'd they do?
Ahmed and Muhammad.
You know, actually, I got a cell number.
So Tony's kind of turning rat here a little bit to keep himself out of some hot water.
I don't know, I'll call you later.
Cell phone.
That's a real prize.
Thank you.
Okay, say what you want. That was a little bit of ratting. Tony's did a little ratting there.
Or I won't see you again.
Oh, like meeting me for coffee is such a big deal?
Honestly, I don't even think it's a good idea anyway.
I don't really either.
I gotta go back to work. Stop. You're embarrassing me.
Man, you're crying at a construction site.
I have never seen him like this. I'm supposed to meet the realtor to see a new property, but I am afraid to leave him alone.
Afraid? Why?
Yeah, Carmela's a shady real estate developer now.
You broke up. How long you want to cry about it?
She was my life.
You're 20 years old. You barely have a life.
He's 20.
Well, another guy's kid to boot.
She was the best thing that ever happened to me.
We've all been young and been there.
There's a $500 million industry devoted to it.
Prozac?
No, the music.
Yeah.
And a hard worker. And, let's be honest, white. That's a huge plus nowadays.
Oh my God, man. Really? I'd never heard that before.
I don't want to talk about it.
I love you, Anthony. It's killing me to see you like this.
What's the fucking point?
I'm kind of surprised I've never put him in therapy before. It might be time.
How you holding up?
I'm totally freaking... Oh, I gotta take the CD out.
It's a big event. A baby shower?
You okay, T? Having a good time?
Yeah.
So it could be good.
When are these two just going to beat each other down?
It's Kelly's idea. She's been wanting to get her teeth wet with the entertaining.
Good thing, else I'd never see you. Now, believe me, I'd like to, but I don't.
It's not that simple.
We'll make it simple.
It's a disease.
Yeah, he's an addict.
I got a silent alarm that goes right to my house.
He'll take care of you, don't worry.
Let me talk to my son-in-law.
Chris?
This is a problem. He's being robbed. This is Polly up to his stuff. Oh, God, AJ, get it together, man. I mean, I would buy some of this if this was like his first girlfriend, but it's not.
But once him and Carlos' kids started taking action on campus, as far as I'm concerned, he should stay till he gets a PhD.
What do I give a fuck? It ain't my union.
Lower your voice. I got neighbors.
Fuck your neighbors. When you gonna pay me?
When you suck the money out of my ass. Now get the fuck out.
I'd go right to Tony on this one, too.
Well, I'm glad you feel that way. Power the drills. You believe this shit? Go have a lime Ricky or whatever the fuck it is you're drinking these days.
Oh, my God. Never mind.
I need to talk to you guys.
What's the matter? Friend?
What? No. It's not about me.
Yeah, it's about AJ, right?
I told you about that girl Hadley in my dorm sophomore year. The one who threw herself off the library balcony. These are the exact kind of things she was saying.
I remember her, but I don't remember the attempt.
I guess we knew that already, didn't we?
I don't know what the movie is. I was trying to figure it out.
You know it, and I know it.
I actually don't know it, but please continue.
Yeah.
So I suppose now comes the inherent fucking grilling about how I feel about all this.
Yeah.
They fucking take life as it comes.
I know it seems that way, but do you really know these other boys?
I know what I see.
AJ's just not the guy that can do this.
You'd give anything in the world to trade places with him so they don't have to suffer.
My God, what a performance.
My rotten fucking putrid genes have infected my kid's soul. That's my gift to my son.
Is depression genetic? I honestly have no idea. Can it be?
After all the complaining and the crying and all the fucking bullshit. Is this all there is?
I kind of wanted to know how she was going to answer that question, honestly. That was a really good scene.
But I can promise you, I'd have more money in my pocket, plus more responsibility if I sat with him drinking, watching that scotch drool out of his fat fucking mouth.
That's actually probably right on.
What are you watching?
Yeah, he's just flipping.
So all that being the case, you're gonna shower tomorrow night, you're gonna shave, you're gonna get dressed, and you're gonna go to that party.
I don't know if that's a good idea or not. I have no idea how I would handle something like this.
She became a problem to deal with, and I sided with him. She was out of my life.
Yeah, Adriana's never going to go away. Are they really going to rob him again?
Yeah, Al. It's Paulie. Listen, we're here with Mike. We're gonna take the drills. I'll call you later about that other order.
Dude, Paulie is out of control. Wow. Like looking in a mirror, isn't it?
They're immigrants. And that might have scared her.
Have you been feeling suicidal, Anthony?
Wow, just right to the point.
There's a medication called Lexapro. It's an antidepressant.
I have friends who take that.
Well, I'm going to write you a prescription.
I know we didn't get the whole session there, but I feel like there was more to mine.
Oh, fuck it, I'm all in.
Fucking idiot. Toilet paper?
Fucking come on!
Thought that was coming.
You were my friend!
He's robbed his store, his father-in-law twice now. Oh. That is serious injury.
What time is it?
Daytime.
He just got in 3 hours ago. He is still drunk, and he's not even drinking age.
Yeah, he could die in Iraq. Jesus Christ, Carmen, he's got to be 21 in 2 months.
He's an emotional wreck, Tony.
So see the pair of tits is going to send him over the edge?
Tony's solution.
I know you'd rather see him in his room drinking cocoa, but this is the way back. Believe me. And the way back to college.
Maybe. Maybe not. I doubt it.
The shit with the tools, I know he set up the deal with the Cubans, but this is my father-in-law we're talking about, Tony, my family.
In any case, this bullshit could have been handled with a conversation.
He tried. You ignored him.
I came to the Bing, remember? I tried to...
Yeah.
We're supposed to leave phone messages about interstate hijacking now? How about faxes, emails? But in the meantime, you figure out how much he owes for the tools, and we're going to deduct that against what you're going to owe for little Paulie's hospital bills.
Of course, this is going to escalate now because of the yard.
Because I'm committed to my work, I ain't gonna do shit. I'm gonna sit tight and hold my tongue and not cause no problems for you.
Was he being serious, or was that sarcasm?
Get the fucking car! Get the fucking car!
God. These 20-year-olds playing gangster now.
Hey, dude, you ever take chemistry? Because Dr. Parisi and me, we're going to do a little experiment.
Yeah, we want to see what happens when we mix sulfuric acid with toe jam.
What?
I mean, you have a kid.
That is not okay. Come on.
I look at her eyes, man, and she looks up, back at me.
How the fuck do I put myself up for adoption?
Okay, that was kind of funny. Oh my God, this poor guy again. I swear he should just leave the city forever and just change his name.
Hello?
It's me.
Yeah, I would want to open it either.
What are you doing?
You're drunk. I'm making coffee.
I don't want fucking coffee. Urban myth, anyway.
Kinda, yeah, just wakes you up. A more awake drunk.
Fuck that, the shit I did, personally.
I don't want to hear it. What you need to do is sober up and get to a meeting.
That's your fucking answer.
Yes!
I have told you repeatedly, I do not want to hear this shit.
I let you be part of my movie.
Yeah, you forced him.
I'm pouring my heart out, man.
And I'm very sorry.
But we met in AA.
Chris, you're in the mafia.
Yeah, leave the man alone. Whatever horrible happens to Christopher, I've said this before, he deserves every stitch of it. Is that a sawed-off shotgun? Yeah, everybody's drunk driving tonight.
Miss Meadow had a mystery date she refuses to discuss.
Oh, yeah? What are you doing? Sit down.
I'm wired. I don't know.
Yeah, he just saw someone get tortured.
So what's the mystery? That you had a date to begin with?
Fight me, okay?
Oh my God, and they're mistaking this for everything being okay with AJ. Hey, you know what, man? Some things can't be fixed. He just went and murdered a guy just to do it. So, Tim Daly's character, whose name I've forgotten, gets murdered because Christopher is feeling bad about himself and that he has no friends. This absolutely disgusting, but, you know, it is nice, as we're getting towards the end of the show, that Tony's not the only one we're seeing spiral, that we're not seeing, like, you know, right before Vito died, we saw Vito kill an innocent person so that he didn't have to have the police find him after a car accident, right? And it reminded us, like, yeah, you know, Vito's story is ultimately kind of tragic, but don't forget, he's a monster. He's not a good person. He's not a sympathetic character, and he may be going through some sympathetic arcs, but that doesn't mean he's a guy you cheer for or root for. This show doesn't let anyone off the hook, and I mean that as an absolute compliment. And this was an episode that reminded us again, oh yeah, Christopher and Paulie are not guys you root for. They're not guys you let off the hook. These are terrible people. So, you know, I don't expect... I mean, unless we have a Deus Ex Machina in the show to where, like, the FBI, who's been building a case we haven't been watching, because we haven't really followed the FBI lately, kind of comes in and, like, just throws a net over everybody, like, Rico, we're here, we've got you all, we finally built the big case against the family. I think some characters are going to ride off into the sunset okay, and some characters aren't. And the way that the conflict among Tony and Paulie and Christopher has been framed, as well as getting a reminder of just how awful they are, and especially Christopher in this episode, I would not be surprised if it's kind of like a Vito situation that we're setting up, that yeah, we've pulled for Christopher to get sober and be a better father and husband, and he's struggling about Adriana and all that stuff. The show does like to remind us, by the way, don't forget that this is just a horrible, horrible guy. And so if there is some comeuppance for Paulie and for Christopher, it's not like that's a sad ending for them or it's unearned, right? You choose to live this horrible life like this. Sometimes the horrible life is going to get you back. And I feel like Paulie, and maybe more so right now, Christopher, deserve whatever horrible thing happens to the two of them. And I haven't forgotten Polly's horrible things, right? He wasn't great in this episode, but let's not forget, he murdered an old woman to rob her money from under a mattress in a nursing home. He murdered a waiter so they could steal the check money back on a very expensive dinner. I guess Christopher brained the guy first before Polly shot him. Like, these are not guys that deserve sympathy, and they certainly don't deserve to be let off the hook. And this is an episode that reminded us for sure, Christopher does not deserve to be let off the hook. So there's a really good chance before we're done with the next, this was 17, so like 4 episodes left, that ultimately Christopher and Polly aren't going to be let off the hook by the show, and I am still on board with that. I don't think they should be. I think these are both horrible, horrible people who deserve every horrible thing that happens to them by the time it's done, honestly. And I'm really curious also, in the other storyline we really followed, where we come out on the other side of this episode in regards to AJ. Yeah, I mean, you know, his dad kind of forcing him. I mean, it felt like a little bit of self-medication, right? You know, you don't want him home, you don't want him moping, you don't want him feeling sorry for himself, that's fine. But then you take him to another extreme where you force him to go out and get drunk and party with these guys who are ultimately also terrible people, and you don't know what AJ's going to be like on the other end of that. You know, is this going to be like, you know, his replacement for Bianca, that he's going to be, you know, one of these goons? Because we already know that every time AJ tries to be the bad kid, he gets caught. AJ will never be the guy who gets away with it. He never has been, from all the way back in season 1 when he was stealing communion wine at his high school or middle school, that AJ is not the guy that gets away with it. So he'd be better off if he went back to work at the pizza place, which is not going to happen. But there's got to be another path for AJ that doesn't involve trying to live up to the horror show that his dad is. I don't know that he sees that, and I don't know that Tony's communicating that very well, that he should be doing something else. I guess we'll have to see what happens with him in the near future. All right, appreciate it, guys. We'll catch you on the next one.